We start with breaking news this morning. Police have recovered a violin, but is it the stolen Stradivarius violin they've been looking for? Details in a live report ahead. Plus, the living wage bill will be voted on today. Could some Milwaukee residents be getting raises?
And we're checking your traffic on this Thursday morning. The roads are in much better shape compared to this time yesterday. A live update just ahead.
We are the CBS 58 Morning News with Nate Custer, Jessica Ty, and meteorologist Lance Hill.
Good morning, everyone. It is a cold Thursday, February 6th. I'm Jessica Ty.
And I'm Nate Custer. We have breaking news for you this morning. A violin has been recovered by police, but is it the 300-year-old Stradivarius violin they've been looking for? Our Matt Doyle is live this morning with new information on that. And our Andy Ravelli, you can see at the bottom in the middle there, is driving around the freeway system with our exclusive iCam, giving us a first-hand look of what you can expect when you hit the roads for the morning commute. But first, let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Lance Hill. Lance, the temps are dropping again.
They are, no doubt about it, but I certainly can say that your commute this morning will be much easier than yesterday's once you warm up your vehicle, because roadways should be mainly dry. Andy will get us updated on that, but as you're heading out the door, just keep in mind we still have a wind chill advisory for Dodge, Jefferson, and Walworth County. It goes until 10 o'clock this morning, but everywhere we're really seeing those wind chills in that -10 to -20-degree range. So please bundle up, everybody, as you're heading out the door this morning. Again, we've been through this several times this morning, or this winter. This is certainly no exception. Well, actual air temperatures have dropped down single digits below 0 to -2 in Waukesha. Cold spot you're checking in Watertown at 6 below, 5 below right now in Fond du Lac and Sheboygan. You're at -3 to Kenosha at 3 above. So temperatures probably dropping 1 or 2 more degrees before sunrise this morning. 10 o'clock. Or 10 degrees, I should say, our temperature by later on this afternoon with a mostly sunny sky and west winds generally 5 to 15 miles an hour. That's just enough to keep those wind chills about 0 to -10. So staying chilly today, but quiet through the end of the week. Our next chance for snow timing out for the upcoming weekend. We're tracking it for you, coming up with that complete forecast. Jessica, I'll see you in just a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Lance. 6:32 right now. We are following breaking news for you this morning. CBS 58 has confirmed that Milwaukee police have recovered a violin. Now they're working to confirm whether it's the rare Stradivarius violin that was stolen in Milwaukee.
Now, we broke the news yesterday that 3 people were taken into custody in connection with the caper, and CBS 58's Matt Doyle is standing by live with the very latest information. Matt.
Well, good morning, Nate and Jessica. I'm told that Milwaukee police recovered a violin during their investigation. Now, a source tells me they're working right now to confirm whether that is the $1 million or multi-million-dollar Stradivarius violin that's been missing since January 27th, when 2 people approached Frank Almond outside of Wisconsin Lutheran College and tased him about 10:20 p.m. on the 27th. Now, we were the first to tell you yesterday that 3 people were arrested in connection with that armed robbery at Wisconsin Lutheran College, where they took this violin. Now, it appears that Milwaukee police may have recovered this another violin, and they're working to confirm that it is that Stradivarius. They're supposed to release more information later on today, but again, they have a violin in their possession right now today, and we are told that Milwaukee police will release more information about the violin and about this case. Again, these 3 people were taken into custody on February 3rd. They're awaiting charges from the Milwaukee County District Attorney at this point, and today is the last day that those charges could be filed, that they can hold on to those 3 people. We're live outside the Milwaukee Police Administration Building. Matt Doyle, CBS 58 News.
Thank you so much for that breaking news update, Matt. We will be following this story for you, of course. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook for updates while on the go.
Time now is 6:34. The Milwaukee County Board is set to vote today on a proposed living wage ordinance.
The move would boost pay for employees on county contracts. This vote would increase the wage for county contractors, if approved, to at least $11.33 an hour. The living wage ordinance passed the Finance, Personnel, and Audit Committee just last week, and today the full board will vote on it. Opponents like County Executive Chris Abele say they would rather push to raise a state or federal minimum wage, not push the cost onto Milwaukee County taxpayers. Supervisor Deanna Alexander also opposes it. She says it does more harm than good and that it's a false victory. Wisconsin and 30 other states are currently in line with a federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. 19 states and the District of Columbia currently have higher minimums. The state of Washington has the highest at $9.32. And that brings us to this morning's poll question. Do you support a living wage increase? Go to our website, cbs58.com, to vote.
Time now is 6:35. Governor Walker celebrating Madison's official business day this morning. He will deliver remarks at a celebration at Monona Terrace. And yesterday, the governor signed a bipartisan bill streamlining utility regulations into law. He says the bill allows utility providers to focus resources on the things that matter most to customers. After the ceremony, he commented on where he'd like to see upcoming tax cuts applied.
In the end, we think property tax relief is incredibly important, and we want to make sure that income tax relief we're talking about goes to the people that we want to see be a part of the economic recovery, and that's the lowest income tax bracket.
And as you may recall, Walker announced those tax cuts during his State of the State address last month. They are in response to a multi-billion-dollar surplus in the state budget. 6:35 right now in this morning's Crime Watch. Police activity on Milwaukee's north side.
We continue to follow the situation that was initially reported as a shooting. The call came in around 10:15 last night, sending crews to 1st Street at Our Avenue. Police are not releasing any additional information this morning. We will continue to follow the story and report the latest as it develops. Police in Waukesha this morning are hoping the suspect in a shooting incident will turn himself in. Investigators say someone shot at a car with people in it around 4 p.m. yesterday. It happened in a neighborhood near St. Paul and Kensington. 2 shots were fired, but no one was hit. Officers tell CBS 58 that the suspect knows the people who were inside of that car. They say they've had contact with him over the phone, but at this point, do not know where he is. A former corrections officer finds himself on the other side of the law, accused of secretly videotaping his female coworkers. 26-year-old Aaron Arvelo of West Dallas is facing 6 charges, including 2 felonies, after allegedly setting up a hidden camera in the women's locker room at the Milwaukee County Jail. The criminal complaint suggests he was fixated on one female deputy in particular. Arvelo has pleaded not guilty to 4 of the counts and faces more than 9 years in prison if convicted. His preliminary hearing is set for February 18th. A driver is dead this morning after he was hit by a train in western Wisconsin. This happened around noon yesterday on Highway 12 in Baldwin. The St. Croix County Sheriff's Office says the driver was crossing the railroad tracks when he noticed a train approaching. He tried to back up off of the tracks, but he didn't make it in time. The train hit the car, killing the driver. That crash comes just 2 days after another driver was killed crossing the tracks about 5 miles west of there near Hammond.
Time now 6:37. We Energy is putting out the warning, be prepared for a bit of a shock in your next bill. In a blog post explaining some eye-popping bills folks will be getting in the mail, they say it's a simple equation. The colder it gets, the higher bills go. And after higher bills in December, We Energies is trying to brace customers for the trend that continued in earnest for January with a 30 to 45% increase.
Our customers used more natural gas in the month of January than during any other month in our company's history.
Still, We Energies says we're better off than in January of 2009 when the price of natural gas was much higher and bills were 25% higher than what most are seeing right now. And while it is likely your energy bill that will go up this month, there are some things that you can do to keep within reason. Use energy wisely. Keep thermostats lower, turn off lights, and use appliances sparingly. Consider switching to your electronic company's budget bill, which averages out the spikes in winter and summer months. And also you can set up a payment plan if you need help catching up on that bill. And look into energy assistance programs offered by the state to see if you qualify.
It is